Hi, hi Nancy, how are you? Hope you're well. Um, just an idea came to my mind, and I thought probably you'd be the right person to talk to or share with because you uh, have got a technical background and also a political background. You know people. Yeah, I don't. You know. But it's a solution that I was thinking about. Now, we have a school. We have a school, and it's not just our school, but many other schools. Most of them have closed, and I don't know exactly when they will open. And chances are very high that even if they open, they will close again. And now that government has officially put this to be January, that's 2021, that's 6 months, and we are not sure if January they'll still open. Probably uh, this COVID thing would have gone to another scale, you know. Also, another thing is government may open the schools, but parents may not be willing to take their children to school. So I thought about it, and of course, it affects me because I'm not getting a salary. My teachers, about 24 of them, the last time I paid them was March. Can you imagine? March. Yeah, so it's crazy. Some of them, of course, have started some businesses here and there. But I believe that's why we are there as engineers to think of a solution of how we can be able to maybe give or provide a solution for the school. So I thought about it, and I designed something that probably you maybe look at it, give me your thoughts, and probably if you see if it makes sense, probably we can cook it more and see if we can propose to a big guy in government, maybe the CAK or even the ITCS or something like that. I believe you have their phone calls. Anyway, that's a joke. Now, let me reduce my video, then I can show you. It's just a small presentation, very small presentation, quick, simple. It's not something that has not been there. It's something that has been there. It's just probably an advancement of the same. So I call it an educoder. Educoder, right? So this is how it works. Basically, the solution, probably I've named it terrestrial learning proposal for public and primary and secondary schools in Kenya. Now, where I was coming from is that right now we have Zoom classes for only those who have internet. But what about those who don't have? Yeah, many have got laptops. What about those who don't have? Yeah, many have smartphones. What about those who don't have? Okay, so the thought was this. I think last year they did this called population census, and the lady who came to do a census at our place asked me so many questions, including, do you have a TV? Do you have a computer? Do you have internet? All right. I have this thought that almost 80% to 90% of Kenyans or homesteads today have a TV. Be it black and white, yellow and green, wherever, they have a TV or they have access to a TV. All right. So with that thought, I thought, can we come up with a form of a decoder? Okay, a specific decoder that is just designed for education, and we call it Educoder. All right, so we have two of them. We have a student educoder and a school educoder. All right, so this first slide, this shows the student Educoder, which is home-based. All right, you can see the first, this of course this is section 1. We have this guy here, or the pupil. The pupil, I'm assuming, is from 6 years old to 19. That's high school. All right, so they have a basic TV. This TV, behind it there is an RCA cable, the one that is in red. Okay, now this RCA cable connects the ones that are usually 3 video, and then we have left and right stereo audio connection. So this is the student Educoder. Now the red cable connects to it. All right, then we have those who have laptops and those who have desktops. They can connect through this blue cable. All right, just on the same student decoder. All right, then we have an option of a video or rather webcam and a microphone. All right, the other day I went to check in was it Kimathi Street or Luthuli. They were selling to me a webcam at 3,000. Just a simple basic webcam. So it means somebody can be able to afford. A microphone is less. You can get one, just a good microphone, at less than 1,000 bob. Yeah, so basically those shouldn't be an issue. Okay, now this student Educoder is connected. It has 2 options. It's a transmitter and a receiver at the same time, which means it can be able to transmit over the net using this pink cable that goes to Wi-Fi, or it can connect to a LAN or a WAN, whichever. Okay, it can also connect to hotspot, whichever. Then this green is another option that can connect to an antenna, and that antenna it can either be, I've not looked at the technical aspects of it, but it can either be a receiver and it can also transmit. All right, then so basically what happens is this student here can be able to connect the TV to the decoder. Okay, the student Educoder. Okay, it is specifically designed for a student. Okay, now what would happen is that for example, if a household has got 3 students, all right, of different ages, but probably beginning age 6, each of them can have different times. Okay, if we, for example, have classes from 7 a.m. to about 12, that can be divided into 3, where every child has got their own time slot to access their class. Now it gets better. Now let me remove this slide, and then we put the second slide so that you see the section at the school. So this section at the school is called a school Educoder. Now it's different from the one at home for the pupils, because this one now has got channels. Okay, the minimum could be 3, the maximum could be 8 or 12. Now what does that mean? Each channel can have or can be accessed by a particular teacher. So in this case translates to a particular class. So we have channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, blah blah blah, and each channel has got a section where you can connect a TV out or HDMI. You can also connect to a PC or a laptop, and then you can also be able to connect, of course, the webcam and the microphone. That one is compulsory because the pupils need to hear you, and they also need to see you. Then so you can have class, for example, 8, class 7, class 6, class 5. Each of them can have separate channels, and all of them can transmit at the same time, which means you can be able to stream 4 classes at the same time using the same decoder, just the same way we do a conference call. Okay, so Again, it has an output which is internet. Of course, if your school has Wi-Fi. If your school does not have, then you can just use the antenna, specific antenna that has receiver and transmitter. All right. Now, on the, let me close this slide and put the next one. Just an explaining of what it is, or just the details. So you see the first one, we have any people with access to a TV or a laptop or a desktop can access their actual schools and class using the student decoder. Now, why is this? You notice a child connects to a teacher that they're used to, all right? If it's, for example, a child who is 6 years and is used to a teacher called Teacher Fanny's, all right? And then Teacher Fanny's shows up on their TV screen. Believe you me, they will want to watch and they will want to learn. They will want to hear what the teacher is saying. But if it is a Teacher Monica from a different school, believe you me, they won't even be interested. They won't even last a few minutes, you see. But if they see the teacher they are already used to, then it will be able to make sense. And that's the whole idea, okay? To connect, because there's an emotional attachment to the particular teacher, hence they can be able to disseminate the lessons easily. All right, then pupils can connect to their actual schools. So if for example my son or my daughter is in McKinney school, they can actually switch on or connect to McKinney school on their screen. They won't connect to Red Soil, they won't connect to Ongata Academy, they won't connect to Brookhouse, they will connect to McKinney School, you get? Then pupils can connect to their actual schools. Yes, pupils can view their actual teachers. Yes, I've explained that. Then those who have internet will connect to their actual schools. Yes, those who do not have can use antennas and still connect. I've explained that. Pupils to use their NEMIS numbers in order to subscribe and also pay fees. And this is the beauty now of the payment part, whereby if a pupil, like for example, for you to access a class, you need to pay maybe 2,500 a month, okay? If you pay the 2,500, now your NEMIS code is keyed into the school Educoder. So once you've paid, the admin in the school will activate your code, so that now if you switch on, then you can be able to, your actual decoder can be able to connect to the school decoder using that NEMIS code, because it can be able to recognize that. All right, so that helps to sort out the paying issue, etc. All right, then classes to run from Monday to Saturday. Classes time can be 7 a.m. to 12 p.m. theory, and then class time 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. practicals, assignment and submitting work. Yeah, then here I was thinking this idea of the fax, kitambo, it used to be there, it can be reintroduced, so that when a child does their work, they can take a screenshot or they can scan, yeah, and then after that they can key in the address or the number of the fax of the school. Then they can, once they hit send in the school, it can be printed out automatically. And this is where now your fees will be used to buy rim papers and things like that, so that teachers can be able to mark. Then on the school side, we have each school to purchase a school Educoder at a subscribed, or rather at a subsidized rate from the Ministry of Education, with their unique NEMIS code and SIM card. For example, at our school, Red Soil, we have a unique NEMIS code. So each NEMIS code, or each school can have a particular SIM card that can actually support a maximum of 12 channels. So each class, actually, a school can subscribe, and it's also a way where the ministry can make, or the government can make some money to sell the license or the SIM card or something like that. Then the school and Educoder to have a database registry of all pupils and their NEMIS numbers. Yes, once a child pays fees, then their NEMIS numbers is activated and they can access the class. Okay, and then a school basic Educoder to have a minimum of 3 channels, a maximum of 12 channels. This means 3 teachers can teach at any one time. All right, so we have possible shareholders: Ministry of Education, Communication Authority of Kenya, Safaricom, Airtel, Telcom, and of course the schools. Of course, this is just a nutshell. It's just the idea, the nutshell of the idea. So it's something that can be built. It's something that can be it can be expanded in terms of thought and the nitty-gritty issues. All right. Somebody mentioned to be about it's called a multiplexer that is needed in the Educoder. Yeah, something that looks like this. Okay, which is already there, as you can see. I just downloaded this. Yeah, so it's not new technology that we are thinking about. It's just combining what we already have to work for us. Okay, and it's something that Kenya can come up. It can be something that the country, if we develop it as a technology, we can actually sell it to other nations, so that, who knows, maybe COVID is a first, maybe the next thing is a tsunami or an earthquake or some serious storms from somewhere, you know. So it helps to do the homeschooling very nicely, and education will go on. We don't have to have the kids repeating or anybody fearing, yeah, that the kids don't have to go to school. All right. Then other things, extracurricular, can be arranged in a different way. But this is just a thought. I thought probably I put it down so that someone sees it. Then if it is something viable, then we can be able to adopt it and probably benefit everyone. Yeah, so that's the idea. Yeah, and I don't know what you think. Probably you can critique. Yeah, thanks. See you. Blessings.